track, Another Miracle. That was one of those songs that you write really quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of...
It's when you started playing that guitar, if it just started happening, didn't it?
Yeah,
it's one of those
together.
It's one of those tracks you don't have to really get too pretentious with, worry too much about. It just had one of those guitarists where you're just like, I think we've got it there. You know,
you kind of knew.
He sounded
you kind of knew it was
exciting.
going to be a song just off about 6 notes of music.
It was never going to be a Stairway to Heaven moment, but it was just going to sound like an exciting...
It doesn't need to be.
Exactly, it's an exciting album opener, which is why it's plonked on the front, because... Yeah.
It's weird because when we first wrote it as well, you could kind of thought, oh, well, this could be the first track on the album.
Yeah, it's a beer spiller.
And lo and behold, it is.
Plain and simple.
Track 2, Today. That's quite an old song, isn't it?
One of the oldest. Yeah.
That was
one of the songs which we recorded.
Me and you recorded years and years and years ago.
Yeah, and the band split up.
And then it's first song we started playing with Dave. Before we were even in the band before this one.
Yeah. We posted
I know it's complicated, we'll keep up.
Yeah, we posted it online when all the members of the band had left.
Yeah.
It was just me and you, so we just posted it online, and that's kind of where
it was slightly different back then, but the core of it was... Yeah, but that's kind of... It's where it all began, I think, today. It's when
it's good to see it on the album, you know, it's an old friend.
It's when I stopped whinging in my lyrics and stuff and stopped... Well, not whinging, but stopped being so angry. And started being, look at things the other way.
I remember coming to see that band, and I think it's when a lot of people started taking notice as well.
Yeah.
Started taking them seriously.
Yeah.
No one was taking them seriously before that.
Yeah. Apart from me and Jack, that's what
yeah, exactly. The first time, that was that's a little bit older than some of the other tracks, but it was the first single in All the Young, and it was kind of the one
It was the first one we did with Garth as well.
Yeah, and it hit the radio first, and it got a lot of attention. It was basically It
was the birth of this band.
Yeah, it was our entrance into pastures unknown kind of thing, and it's done a lot for us, and I think it's, especially with our fans, and anyone that likes this band, I think it's done a lot of things for us. So, yeah, you often see on records that track number 3, it's always one of the better tunes or one of the more favourite songs of the band, and I think that's why the first time's there, because it's done a lot for us, and we're proud of that one.
Oh, absolutely. New Education was a really mad song for us because it was born in Canada. It kind of. Yeah. I had the chords and the lyrics, but I never thought it'd sound like it did. And we were like banging bits of wood in like cabins in the woods and stuff.
Yeah, and punching ladders.
Yeah, while Dave was getting chased by bears.
Yeah.
Big couple of days. Literally, honestly, that's not a lie. Well, I think it was Dave chasing the bears actually.
Eventually,
yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, but anyway, we were just like building it around these chords, and we were like banging bits of wood, like saying. We got Benny to play some organ on the very last night, about literally an hour before we were actually shut up shop from the record. Benny just started playing the organ. We were like, right, turn the computer back on, let's record all these organs, record all these claps, record all of us singing, and we literally did it, and then got on the ferry and then got to the airport, because we were on an island called Gibson's, which is Garth's, where Garth lives, and we literally just did it then, and it was good. I'm glad we did a song like that.
Yeah, it was like making that song was like being in like some kind of music workshop.
Yeah, it really felt like we were making a record.
All hands on deck. Oh, what's it sound like? I've got a pot, I've got a pan, and I've got a spatula. That's amazing. Throw it in.
What's that? I don't know. Are you recording it? Sound?
There's also it's the only song on the album that wasn't really recorded as like a live band. We sort of built up brick by brick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's probably for those reasons one of the most rawest.
Yeah.
Because there's all sorts on there.
I think that'll do now. We've talked about outrageous. I wrote the song and the lyrics and stuff after losing one of my best friends just in Stoke. And it's just like, even living in a place like Stoke-on-Trent, you can, when you look at it sometimes, even though it's just a load of grey streets and concrete and stuff, it is a horizon, do you know what I mean? And it is, if I told someone I grew up in Stoke-on-Trent and I've been to loads of mental parties, and it doesn't sound like much, but some of the things that go on are really quite something, and it's just kind of about that, the lyrics were, and then it started off quite as a somber song, and then as a band we made it into it's quite bluesy in places and it's quite rocky, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Considering how an emotive song it is, so it was, yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's quite triumphant, that song, and I think it works really well the way we've done it, definitely. You could kind of play that song on the piano and you could come in and maybe what I'm singing about wouldn't need to be explained really, but because it's heavy and it's a real monster, it's become quite triumphant, I think, and it's good, and it's what it should be, definitely.
Quite high in track 6 is one of the few that kind of changed quite a lot when we went to Canada and did it with Garth. Had a different sort of rhythmical feel to it when we first started, but we ended up making it more of a sort of out and out rock and roll pop song, I guess, compared to what it was.
It was a bit more dancey before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had a bit more of a groove to it.
A bit more groove, yeah. But we just started drinking whiskey and thought, it's time to stop grooving and it's time to start eating each other.
Let's make it sound like sugar.
Yeah. Not sugar, sugar! Chase is probably the best song on the album.
Definitely
The best,
favourite, yeah.
Yeah, the best song. Do you know what I mean? I'd kind of like,
You'd play it at a wedding, wouldn't you?
You'd play to Paul McCartney's wedding, mate.
I have to ask him first. But
Yeah, if he'll have us, if he's listening. But yeah, it's definitely a real songy song.
It's got a ballad thing to it, and whenever we play gigs, it's definitely one that sort of.
Your guitar's mega in that song.
Yeah, the lads and the ladies love it, so yeah, I think it's a good moment on the record.
You and Benny had a lot of fun on that, didn't you?
Yeah, he went to town on the guitars a bit, didn't he?
One of those moments, it just kind of had to be sort of locked away and leave everyone else. And
That we did actually have to leave, didn't we?
Yeah. We'll come back in a few hours and just leave us to it.
Yeah. I remember that moment. I remember the look on your face as if to go,
Get out.
Yeah. This could get out of hand very quickly.
Here to Stay, I suppose, is the sort of fast, wild sort of track on the album, is it?
yeah, definitely.
It's the most punky tune on the
Yeah,
album.
yeah. It's the one you're going to end up sort of, I don't know, getting absolutely hammered with your mates with.
Yeah, definitely. It's the...
No one's playing that at a wedding, are they?
No.
Maybe a gypsy wedding.
It's a bit of a dark horse as well, because we kind of think, right, we've got to drop a song tonight, we'll drop Here to Stay, but it's never a good idea.
Yeah.
We always regret doing it.
It's one of the best live tunes, I think. It's so energetic.
Yeah, it was last night in Newcastle, it was mega.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Arcane is, I would be using Evos and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Growing up, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely,
Film soundtrack music.
yeah, it's a big song for us, Arcane is, and it's a big part of the set. It gets a lot of love, doesn't it?
Mm.
But it's quite a dark song for us. I guess it's really a change of mood. It's always a change of mood in the set, and whenever we play that song, it really changes. It's quite dark. It's quite harrowing. Take that for a word.
Poetic justice.
Yeah, exactly. And it's eerie, definitely eerie song. See it from my window. This place is under my skin. That's why we call the record Welcome Home, because it's what this band is, isn't it? But when we play that live, it's definitely
We've all set out.
We've done our job there, and you've been to see all. When you watch that song, you've been to see all the young.
Yeah. All 7 minutes of it.
Yeah.
The set.
And I put a big outro in the end that was growing in the studio, and we had a little thing that I do for it, and it kind of grew in the studio. I remember Benny the engineer was getting mental for it, and it was literally like.
It got longer and more out of hand.
Yeah.
Ever since as well.
Yeah.
It's about 10 minutes long now.
But yeah. Welcome Home is all young.
And that's also us drawing a line onto this album, this year of All Young, and onto the next one kind of thing. That's our big statement. That's it. And looking forward to writing the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.